I am a nurse.
I am a psychologist.
I am an interpreter.
I'm a singer and an actor.
Their job requires talent, training, and experience.
I am a friend.
I am a peacemaker.
I am a chef.
Sometimes I'm a hero.
They are responsible for the future and for protecting our most valuable assets.
I am a storyteller.
I am an artist.
Yet they remain the lowest paid professionals in their field.
I am a teacher.
Childcare is a profession worthy of respect. After all, childcare providers hold our future in their hands. A baby is born into a world of possibilities. An infant's brain at birth contains 100 billion nerve cells, or neurons, that will make 50 trillion connections or synapses to other nerve cells. These connections shape a child's future. How are these connections made? Some are made by what the baby experiences in the world through sight, taste, touch, smell, and sound. And many brain cells are turned on and brain connections are strengthened by developing a loving and trusting relationship with a caregiver. Singing, touching, talking, reading, and even playing peekaboo wire a baby's brain for learning and for life.
Come on, let's do it!
The brain continues to grow rapidly for the first 3 years. As a child grows older, this growth slows. If neurons aren't stimulated during this time, and if those important connections are not made when a child is young, they will burn out and fade away.
To collect herbs and spices.
To put it simply, the love and care a child receives in the early years shapes the person they will be for the rest of their lives. This new research proves without a doubt the importance of quality early education and care. Half of all West Virginia children under age 13 live in families where their only or both parents work, meaning that child care is influencing the lives of more than 150,000 children in the state. There are many aspects to quality child care. Safety, a rich, stimulating environment, and the curriculum all play a role in ensuring that a child's time in child care is beneficial. But at the center of it all is the child care provider. The provider is a source of safety and comfort.
Everybody okay?
The provider is a child's teacher and friend. Child care providers help young children grow and develop into the adults they will one day become. Yet traditionally, the child care profession has not received the respect it deserves. There is a common misunderstanding that they are simply babysitters, and that their job requires a little or no skills. For a qualified child care provider, nothing could be further from the truth. It is something this family daycare provider learned the hard way.
You made it pink and it was purple. Hey, Nene, you're gonna pass this one too. Look at
Candle.
My name is Alicia Bright. I'm a professional family and home child care provider. I've been doing this 12 years, will be 12 years in February, and love my job. While staying home with my son, I had friends that asked if I would keep their children while I was home, and I thought, well, okay, yeah, since I'm home. I had up to 12 at one time because I just couldn't say no. You know, people call crying if a provider, somebody else mistreated their child. Bring them here, I'll love and take care of them. At that time, though, I didn't know about the regulation and about length. I didn't know you can only have 6 and only 2 under 24 months. And that is great because that's all you can handle. A lot of people say they can handle more, but being in this business many years, I realized you're one person. If you're going to do it properly, that's all you can handle.
Once Alicia became a registered provider, she began attending training sessions and taking advantage of every opportunity she could to learn more. She had decided that she was a professional, and she knew that the children in her care deserved the best that she could offer them. Today, Alicia is an entrepreneur as well as a professional child care provider. She operates a family child care business 5 days a week from her home. The children in her care experience busy, fun-filled days packed with love and enriching experiences. But to really understand and respect what Alicia does, you need to see her in action. A day in the life of a child care provider can be exhilarating and exhausting.
Yay! We did it! I have an 11-year-old son and a 15-year-old daughter. And I've been married 16 years. My husband is very supportive. My whole family is very supportive of my job, but they weren't in the beginning. But they are now because I've let them see the benefits that they also receive from me doing this. Tell Mommy we're going to have a good day today.
Have a good day today, too.
I didn't want you just to see me as you dropping your child off. I wanted you to see and respect me in a way that I'm teaching your child. I'm not just having your child sit here in front of the TV and this and that. And what I do not because I really have to, but I want to do that. Hi, Caitlin and Debbie. How are you?
Fine. We got a sleepy head this
Got
morning.
a sleepy head? Good morning. Why are you a sleepy head? It sure is. That's what we make cupcakes with, right? Yeah. It's something about a hungry child once you fill them up. It makes them happy because you can tell in the mornings when they come and they cranky, but once after breakfast, they're fine. Okay, that's good. And if you want another one, you can have another pancake. Let me help you turn it around. Slide it in there. Need help? Okay, so take this one out. Try that one first. I want them to have fun, to learn, be excited. But, you know, and most of all, I want them to play. I want them to want to come here, come to my house, and to know that anything they don't want to do, they don't have to do. Hey. Ah, the same time, we both won. Yes. You got it. You worked it out. What color are peas?
Green.
Green, right? Let me show you. You forgot. Look. See? That's what those are, peas. I think they need to be taught. Their brains need to be stimulated. Where did I go? You got it stuck. Get that big ball. Whoa. You want to throw it? Look at the leaves turning colors. See the leaves? They were green. Now what color are they?
Red.
And?
Green.
And?
Purple.
Purple? Where do you see a purple leaf? This is first aid medication too, see? Now, what color Band-Aid do you want? We have green.
I want green.
Whenever you turn around and you want to know if yours is ready, watch for this green light. It'll go click. Caitlin did good shit. All her green beans and all her applesauce.
I'll get green beans and I'll your applesauce.
The number one thing, I want them to have a great self-esteem. I mean, I want them to feel like they can accept criticism and just don't down them. I want them to feel positive. I want them to be able, and I try to instill this in my children, I want them to make a difference in the life of other children. I didn't think about that. It would have matched better, right? Put the green in the green and the yellow in the yellow. Yeah, I feel like they're family. I feel almost like a grandmother. Because, you know, the grandmothers, we get to have fun with the children. Thank you.
But I
You
ate
did
it.
eat it? Good girl.
Guess what? I had
Here,
to
Ken.
get more.
Put your cup up on the
That's why I
counter.
had to get more because I ate them.
Thank you. Nap time is my happy time in the middle of the day. It's my rejuvenating time. Apple juice, Monica, Caitlin. There you go. Who did I forget? So, Alicia, how'd you luck out with no homework today? Then I started letting my children, like paying my children as helpers. Once I started doing that, buying their old toys instead of taking them, renting out their rooms if I used it for nap time. Anytime they helped me during business hours with daycare, I would pay, and that way it was a job to them. Oh, no, look, where's Nene's arms? Hi, JL. Hi, well, you missed the bus again? Oh, I'm worried about you. I'm glad you made it home. How was school? Well, fine. You have homework? Yeah. The broom has taught them, too, how to talk to children, how to treat them, how to read to them. I think it's made them more compassionate, too. Look, Caitlin, there you go. Yay!
This is a butterfly.
Volleyball, can you go soccer?
I'm not trying to take any mother's positions, but I want them to see me as a second mom, a daycare mom, other than just somebody, an authority figure over them. I don't want them to see me. I want them to see me as an adult that they feel comfortable and loving with. That's the Lord. That's the Lord. I want to, if I'm going to do this, I want to make a difference in these children's life. But in order to do that, I need to feel professional. I need another outlet as far as, just having the children here and just going to church and being a mother. You know how you just sort of run out. I wanted something for me. Oh, I love it. I've learned so much that I don't have to guess on anymore. Family child care provider is, I feel, a second mother, a cook, mechanic, referee, doctor, a lawyer, peacemaker, judge, jury. I feel we have to wear a whole lot of hats. And like I said before, not just to the children, but to the parents too. We're extended family. We have a lot of responsibility.
Holly Spears chose child care as a career. She holds bachelor's degrees in early education and elementary education and a master's degree in special education. Holly is employed as the toddler teacher at a child care center. In many ways, her job is quite different than that of a family child care provider. But the goal is the same, to teach young children and prepare them for a lifetime of learning. Her day begins as she takes her own daughter to daycare.
Before I was like, I am the expert, I know everything. And then when I became a parent, I was like, man, I really don't know a thing. Not that the information I had changed, it's just that the way that you present it changes.
Hi, guys. What you doing?
Emily, you did a good job picking out toys. Those and those right there.
We all sit down and eat breakfast together, and we talk about what we're going to do that day or what they did the night before or whatever they want to talk about. Mom and Dad are the most important people in that child's life. That child doesn't have any other mommy and daddy. What we are is we are an extension of their family. We try to be. We try to be a partner, and we work together with this child.
What we do, we share, okay? It is his turn right now, and you can come and pound on the pegs. What about that?
Play is how children learn. Play is work.
Mad face. Sometimes when you get upset, you might feel mad. It's okay. Let's see you make a mad face. Make a mad face.
A lot of times toddlers feel these emotions, but they don't have the words to go with them. When they are upset, instead of just crying, say, I'm mad. And it's okay to be mad. And it's okay to say, I'm mad. But it's not okay to hit. It's not okay to throw things at people.
Your hands and can make a mad face and see. Look what Sue's doing. Okay, Taylor, make a mad face. Put your raisins on your biscuit.
Every child learns in a different way. They're coming in with different backgrounds from different families, different temperaments, and they are learning through manipulation, through trial and error, through experiencing it by touch, hearing it, feeling it, talking about it. They're learning. It's experiencing life. It's not sitting back and hearing about it. It's doing it.
say good night. We have to go to bed and go to sleep. Good night, everyone. Sleep tight.
My thought on it would be that if we would do it again, that we...
There are advantages to being at a center. You have other professionals that are around you that have lots of experience or may not have as much experience. But you have more than one idea. You can always go to somebody.
Wake up.
Okay, guys, we're gonna come on now.
This is my calling in life. This is what makes me happy. This is the most challenging and most wonderful job that I've ever had.
We did have to go outside.
Because without planning, you're not able to set up an environment that is conducive for learning. You have to plan more to have a free environment than you do to have a non-free environment. To set up 6 different centers that work language, fine motor, drama, math concepts, art, all those things together, to set up, it takes a lot of planning and organization.
At 3 o'clock, Holly's shift at the child care center is over. The assistants will finish up the day and be there when the parents pick up the children. But her work isn't finished yet. She will spend the afternoon preparing for an evening class where she will be teaching other child care providers.
I believe early education is very important. I think that early educators should not have less education. I think they should have more.
Who can tell me from last week what LEA is?
Sometimes when you're going through situations, you think, oh man, this is such a challenge. I don't know if I'm going to make the right decisions with this kid. I don't know if I'm doing the right things. But then when you come through it, you look back and you go, I'm so glad that I had that chance in that child's life to be there with them and to help them through that situation, to help them through potty training, to help them know how to use their words instead of biting, to be able to communicate with a friend, and to learn how to paint, to pick up a brush and just be able to paint all over the page and go through the process, you know, to see where they have been and where they're going. That's what made me want to be in this field.
Let's see how fast we can go.
Many of us get exhausted just watching these individuals as they go through their workday with children. Being a child care provider is not a job that anyone can do. It takes a person with a special temperament, a person with patience and the ability to see things from a child's point of view. A good child care provider is a valuable asset to a family. In the long run, good child care providers contribute to the economy as well. For every $1 that is spent on quality child care and quality child care providers, society saves more than $7 in remedial programs and other social services. Yet child care providers are typically the lowest paid professionals in the field of teaching. Many barely earn more than minimum wage.
I would say we're just as important as a doctor or a lawyer, and yet we make just a teeny tiny bit compared to what they do. I wish society focused more on the early years instead of the later years.
How to pay child care providers worthy wages is a complicated problem with no easy answers. Child care is not a profitable business. Most parents cannot afford to pay what quality child care actually costs. But change cannot happen until society stops seeing these valuable people as babysitters. Child care providers need to be understood for what they are, caregivers of children and gatekeepers of the future.
In a perfect child care world, I would want everybody to put children first, to have the staff be able to be nurtured themselves and encouraged to grow as individuals. In a perfect world for child care, I would want everybody to be compensated as a professional, and for society to view daycare is not a babysitting job, but as one of the most important jobs that you can have.
Something about a nurturing quality that we possess, but or to feel needed or appreciated. Out of the blue, my children say, Lulu, I love you, or, you know, and even the little kids, they're starting to say thank you and please, and I'm thinking, yes, because that's all we want, just to feel like somebody appreciates and that we're doing something positive.